Hello, everyone. My name is Gerardo. Welcome to the webinar for Monday.com. We're going to jump right straight into it. So as I said before, my name is Gerardo and I'm an account manager here at redk, looking after the line of business for Monday.com. So the agenda for today's webinar, we're going to have an introduction. We're going to look into Monday.com as a platform. And then we're going to focus on optimization opportunities and integrations with Monday.com. We're also going to look at a case study with from one of our clients and how they utilize the platform and what benefits they got from doing so. And then we will dive a little bit into us for redk as a partner of Monday.com and how we can help. There's also going to be a questions and answer section where you will be able to ask any questions that you may have as we go, as we progress. So, as an introduction, I just wanted to throw out a question. So the question would be, how much time do you spend on manual and repetitive processes that could be automated? And the reason why I'm asking that question is because for the different companies, clients that we've worked with over the years, we've identified a few challenges that a digital worker, an average digital worker today will face. So first of all, one of these challenges is the difficulty in understanding and justifying ROI. So it's basically on a day-to-day basis, the average digital worker will embark on different projects, but sometimes the visibility of that day-to-day work that you do is not as straightforward. So resulting in it being complicated to justify the investment that is made in a particular project, that you are on track against the targets, etc. So we've identified that it's complicated sometimes to report back on the projects that you do. Another challenge that we've identified is that the data that is produced on a day-to-day basis in terms of the projects, many times it's complicated to, first of all, find this data, as pieces of information may be on different platforms, or different people within the company may have specific bits of information that are important for the health of the project. So on one side, the difficulty of finding data, and when we do have that data, we've also been able to see that sometimes that data may just not be reliable. So that's a really big challenge as well that we've seen with many of our clients. All of these things result on difficulties in budgeting, financial planning, financial forecasts for a project, not only forecast, but also financial control during the progress of a project. Makes it complicated at an organizational level. So many times it's difficult to assess whether the financials that were in place are sufficient, and whether the planning that was done beforehand adjusts to the current needs and how this changes as the project progresses. And then the last challenge that we've also seen is that within the companies, there is a resistance to adopt new technology. As it is, the average digital worker on a day-to-day basis will utilize different platforms within the company. And oftentimes, whenever there is a discussion about potentially using a new tool, is often seen as adding on top of what's already existing, and therefore this creates a little bit of resistance certain members of the company. And also, in line with that, the difficulty that comes from not having a centralized platform as well. So there is a resistance to adopt new platforms, new systems, new technology, but there is also a clear need to centralize the work across different departments. So those are just some of the challenges that we've identified. And then the question is, why Monday.com? So first of all, I just want to do just a quick comparison of Monday.com versus competitors or similar platforms. One of the key things about Monday is that it is a platform that is very easy to use, very intuitive, easy to customize. And the main benefit this brings to any organization is the fact that you do not need to be an expert in technology. You do not need to be in an IT department or be very used to working with technology on your day-to-day job. It is a platform that can be utilized from someone that's not really that confident with technology to someone that is very proficient. Very intuitive and easy to customize, meaning that you can adapt the platform to reflect your company, what your company needs, how your company feels, looks. You can customize it as needed. It also helps with the administration of the day-to-day activities of the company. It has a granular level of control. So you can control who has access to what, who sees what. So all of these things, it gives you a lot of control over the platform. It's also important to mention that you do have assistance from the Monday team and from us as a partner if you do encounter any things that you may need support with, especially as you're starting to set up the platform. The assistance is 24/7. You can always reach out with any questions. And finally, all of these things result on the ease of doing business, the ability to centralize all the tasks and automate workflows as well. So now we're gonna focus on a specific aspect of Monday.com, which I think is very valuable to any of you that who are actually watching this webinar. So one of them is optimization and integration opportunities that Monday provides. So Monday, first of all, Monday Work Management is the platform that is mainly used. The main benefits that this platform has is that it allows teams to work together on common goals. It speeds up the process in working in a project. It helps different teams collaborate on the same goals, like I said before. It also saves time, reduces errors by the possibility to automate repetitive tasks, notifications, so you can work together on the same goal while everyone owns a parcel of the project, but you're synchronized. This is achieved by notifications, status changes, task assignments, and all of these can be automated as well. Another interesting aspect of the work management tool is the possibility to integrate different platforms with Monday.com, meaning that on your day-to-day basis, you may use Slack, Google, Workspace, Salesforce, Teams, etc. So all of these different platforms can be integrated with the Monday Work Management tool, allowing you to not having to remove everything that you use, but rather being able to centralize all of it in the same platform so that everyone can collaborate. And then the last but not least is the scalability opportunities that Monday provides. So as a tool, it is designed to work with companies of various sizes, but more importantly, it is designed to be utilized both in a very simple use case, say a company that just starting, there's 5, 10 people, and to be able to progress as the company progresses. So the scalability is a very important aspect. And as the company progresses, you add new teams, you create new departments, you grow. The platform can be utilized at all these various stages. Then we've got Monday CRM, which is, as its name indicates, is a CRM platform where you can control the entire sales cycle and forecast as well. Again, it's fully customizable. It's a no-code sales platform, which makes it very easy to integrate with different systems or third-party tools as well. You centralize the entire sales cycle, which actually benefits the company in the sense that you can avoid all the different stages that sometimes create that element of human error. So you can integrate the CRM platform with Salesforce, for example, and streamline the whole process from deal acquisition to the management of the deal to the closing of the deal. They have full visibility of what's been done at every stage. Like I said before, you can automate your sales processes, facilitates collaboration, and it gives visibility of what's happening. Now, with the integrations that I've been mentioning since the beginning of the webinar, it helps you connect Monday.com with different platforms that you use on a daily basis. Here you have some examples. So I'm just going to touch on two main integrations that are very interesting. So one of them would be the Salesforce integration. Some of the key points is that it helps you synchronize leads and opportunities with Salesforce, meaning that you can manage the whole workflow, the whole sales cycle of a lead from the Monday platform, but at the same time, this being integrated with Salesforce, you make sure that both systems are communicating constantly so that you, first of all, have information that is up to date in real time, and that you can automate the processes as well. So for example, you could create automations by which every time a deal is updated on Salesforce, this will reflect on the Monday.com platform and vice versa. You can import leads into the Monday platform and automatically have these reflected as well on Salesforce. So it helps you combine two platforms that are utilized very much so on a day-to-day basis and have them talk and make sure that you have full control on the sales cycle of a lead and all the different departments that may be involved in the process. So the Jira integration, this is another very interesting integration that Monday offers. So this helps you basically track the progress of tickets from Monday.com. So this allows the very technical department to communicate with operations, sales, other departments that not necessarily speak the same language, but being able to integrate both tools. You can both track the progress of tickets, update the tickets from within Monday, have these reflect on Jira as well, synchronization, of the tickets, ensuring that the information at both ends is correct. And of course, automation. You can set in place automations that, for example, once a ticket is created in Jira, automatically update this on the Monday.com platform. Once it's resolved, notify so and so. So the automations are endless, and it saves you a lot of time in terms of the processes, but also it makes it easier to communicate and have visibility of what's been done at any specific stage. Automations, been mentioning this from the beginning. Repetitive task aims to reduce manual work, optimize workflows, and ultimately save time. So it works under the premise that when X happens, do Y structure. So actions will be triggered by specific events. So for example, you could set automations that says whenever there is a new project starting, notify the project leader. And as the project may have different phases, once phase one is completed, notify the project lead, etc. So depending on your workflows, depending on the nature of your business and what you need done, you can automate processes as much as you need. So when it comes to automations, it's very important to also let you know that you have two options. So you've got predefined automation recipes from the Monday.com library, which means that you can check what automations are there already in place, and you can utilize them for your business if they fit. And you can also create and customize your own automations based on your workflows, based on the way your processes are structured. You can create this by yourself. Cross-board automations, as well as automations are not just within one board, but you can create automations that will move in the workflow in different boards, different projects, etc. So now we are going to go into the platform so that I can show you a little bit more in detail about the platform, specifically automations and integrations. So the platform that we currently have here, this is the Monday Work Management platform, where, as you can see, this is just an example. We've got different projects, different stages. So for example, here we'll have different projects, and each and every project will have its own set of boards where you manage different stages within the project. So for example, here we've got initiation, planning, design, development, verification. So all of these different stages, like you see, they will have within them different activities that ought to be completed. You've got the different columns, etc. So something that I did not mention, but since we are here on the platform, will be interesting to also show you, is the dashboards that you have. So the dashboards will feed on the information that is on the boards. So that way you can see how the project is performing against targets. So focusing more on this particular webinar. So for example, we've talked about integrations. So I want to show you quickly how this is done. So it will be here where it says integrate. If we click on that, you can see some of the examples of different tools that can be integrated with the Monday platform. So just to mention a few of them, you've got a Slack, Outlook, Jira, LinkedIn. So all of these platforms can be integrated. Okay, so now I also want to, this is very high level, and feel free if you do have any specific questions that you would like us to look more into detail. At the end of the webinar, we will have a QR code that you can scan and book a meeting with ourselves, and we can look at your specific use case and look at the platform more in detail. We've also mentioned automations, and I really wanted to show you where this is done. So basically, here, like you see, we've got, for example, this is the automation center. So first of all, we've got templates, like I mentioned before. So these are pre-defined recipes that you can use. So some basic ones. So for example, when an item is created, assign creator as a person. When a status changes to something, notify someone. So these are very basic automations that you can put in place. And as you see, you can just click on use the template and it will add that automation. Then you've got many more automations as well. So for example, this is a very interesting one that says, when an item is created or updated, create an event in Google Calendar and synchronize future changes from this board. So in a moment, in just one click, you would have connected Monday with Google Calendar and synchronize and update different events that you create from the Monday platform within the Google Calendar and vice versa as well. So these are some examples. Okay, so if we go, so for example, here you can see the automations that are currently running in the background of the template that I previously showed you. So you can see that there are 3 board automations currently in place. So when an item is created, its default values, status changes to done, set completion date to today. So these are different examples. Right, so that's with Monday Work Management, very high level. Now we're gonna move to the CRM platform, just so you can also have a look. So for example, we've got the different contacts. And if we go back to the main table, we see, for example, different clients, specific projects that we may have with our clients. The owner will be the person that is assigned to that project. And if you can see, there's different boards divided by the status of the project. So this will be projects that will go active. Okay, and all the different tasks that have to be done. Okay, you also have like a learning center where you can see we resolve some of the main things that you may need to look into when you're just setting it up for the first time. So this is Monday Work Management and Monday CRM. You see there's other products from Monday. So you've got Monday Service, Monday Dev as well. So this is just a very high level view of the Monday Work Management and Monday CRM that we mentioned. So now we're just gonna go back to the webinar. Right, so that's automations. And then finally, we're gonna dive a little bit into why choose redk as an implementation partner. So first of all, I wanted us to look at a case study that we have from one of our clients. The name of the company is Arena Green Power. So the case study, basically, this company came to us with a very specific challenge. The challenge was the need to manage projects in a more streamlined way. So the challenge that they have is they came from a very manual way of managing projects. They were using spreadsheets, and at the same time, the company was experiencing nationwide growth. So they were growing rapidly, and the systems that they had in place for managing projects were just not valid for the amount of work that they had. So the solution that we presented to them was implementation of Monday Work Management with the support of redk as a consultancy company. The results were increased productivity, reduction of errors and risks, and improved communication and decision making. So coming from the challenge of very manual work, spreadsheets, once they implemented Monday, they were able to do more work in less time while they have everyone working from within the same platform, which resulted in the projects advancing much quicker and in a much more efficient way, and ultimately not only being able to cater for all the different projects that they have, but also reducing the cost for each and every project. So on their own words, the growth has been exponential. They went from 200 projects to almost 800, and this would have been impossible without a platform like Monday.com that allowed them to handle such a large amount of projects without losing accuracy and efficiency, says the senior project manager at Arena Green Power. This is just an example of how a very successful implementation could be game changer for a company, in this case, Arena Green Power. So redk as a company, this slide is just to show you the team that is behind all our implementations, behind all the projects that we worked on for a number of years. So now looking more, going more into detail, redk as a company, as of today, there's more than 70 people that work for redk. We've got more than 70 certified specialists. As of today, we've got 400 clients in Europe and the UK. This year, 2025, is actually our 20-year anniversary. So as a consultancy company, we've been going for more than 20 years now. And we are located in London, based in London, with also offices in Madrid, Barcelona, and our Sofia office in Bulgaria. I think it's very important to also mention that we are not just implementators, but we help you in your journey. So that's why we aim to understand your business, understand your use case, really understand what the challenge is, and recommend the technology that solves that problem. And it doesn't end once it's implemented, up and running, but we will continue to support throughout your journey as the needs changes or adjustments need to be made. We are very proud to also mention that we are a gold partner of Monday.com, which means that we are qualified to implement the Monday.com tool for any business. Finally, on this slide, I really wanted to mention that we work with Monday.com. We've been working for a number of years, but we are a technological consultancy company. So we work with various technologies apart from Monday.com. We also work with Salesforce, Zendesk, Sugar CRM, etc. meaning that we aim to understand your use case and always look at the technology that best fits your particular needs. I will really want to thank you for taking the time to go through this webinar. If you scan the QR code that we have in this slide, you can book a meeting with a member of our team that will be able to help you look at your particular use case and touch on any and every point that we've mentioned in more detail. Thank you very much.